All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Can anybody hear me?
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon.
All right. Idel, good afternoon. You're welcome. Mr. Samuel Ritimi, you're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Zena Balogun, Mr. Femi, and Mr. Ebusin. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that well. Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to our webinar. It's a privilege to have you guys with us, and we do this on a monthly basis, just to share our knowledge, to share our expertise with individuals and business owners to see how we can help improve their businesses. Okay, and for this month we are going to be having this webinar on how you can actually attract new customers to your business using social media, which we are going to be looking at Facebook and Instagram ads specifically. But before that, you must agree with me that you must have a value before you actually go ahead to promote your value to your target audience. So how do you make yourself valuable? How do you even package your value to make it appreciated, or to make people perceive it as a value before they pay for it? Okay, so we're going to be looking at value creation first as the first part of this meeting before we dive into our core course today, which is social media marketing. Okay, so thank you very much. I'll leave the floor for Mr. Kalu, who happens to be the team lead at Customer Passion Point Limited. He has some vast experience as a marketing consultant, and you'll be happy to hear from him. So I'll just leave the floor for him to actually, give us the shot. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and let's have Mr. Kalu on board. Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Money, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please, can you put up the slides?
Okay.
Yeah, so like you said, my name is Ikechukwu Kalu. I'm the lead consultant at Customer Passion Point. Customer Passion Point is the company behind this webinar. We have a training arm called the TPPL Training Academy. And what the academy does is to train individuals and corporate organizations to become better at what they do. So today we are looking at digital marketing, but we want to first ask ourselves, what are we bringing to the table? What are we offering? Next slide. Next slide. Okay. This is a brief introduction of myself. I am a lecturer, but I'm also a marketing professional. I have done marketing in manufacturing, I've done marketing in telecommunications, and I've done marketing in the banking industry. Below are some of the companies that I've worked for. I've worked for Guinness, I've worked for MTN, I've worked for EcoBank, I've worked for FCMB. So now I'm a consultant, consulting for small, medium, and large corporations. So what we do is we hear from you and understand the needs you have, and we work together to create a value proposition that will address the need, and we make it happen. So we don't just give you the solution, we work with you to execute it. Okay, next slide. Next. So my job this afternoon is to give us a brief talk, just a very brief talk on value creation. I'm sure you've heard from several people or several places that people don't buy products again. What they buy is value. So they are buying product plus all the augmented values, which is what we call a brand. People are not just interested in the physical product because they can get this from different places. I mean, a bag can be bought from a bank and another bought from. So it's about value. So our first assignment is to even understand what value means. In your industry, I know whatever industry you are in, the customer is looking for value. So if you understand what value means to your customer, then you will be able to provide that to your customer. Next slide. So I'm going to take us through two definitions of value very quickly. The first definition of value is from Philip Kotler, and he simply says that value primarily is the putting together of the right combination of quality, service, and price. So the customer is looking for the right combination of quality, service, and price. It is when you deliver that right combination to your customer, then he feels that what he's paying for is tantamount to the value that he's getting. So he's looking for quality, he's looking for service, he's looking for price. It is that combination. If you give him a cheap price, but the quality is not good, you've not done him any good. If you give him a good quality, but the price is not favorable to him, you have also not done him good. So it's that right combination that the customer is looking for. But the other guy, the head of the Rose, described value as the satisfaction of customer requirements. Let me pause here to say that at every point in time, the customer has a requirement. The customer has an expectation. There is something he's looking for. It is when you satisfy that requirement, okay, at the lowest possible cost of acquisition, ownership, and use. So when you buy a car, for example, it's not just the cost of buying the car, it's the cost of registering the car, it's the cost of running the car so that the car does not become a liability to you. So the customer, what the customer calls value is that satisfaction of his requirement in terms of the lowest possible cost of acquisition, of ownership, and of usage. So when you are able to meet this, the customer feels that he has gotten value. So it goes beyond the product itself, but it's about how does the customer perceive what he's getting and how does it land on him. So that is what it is. That is what value means. So my charge to you this afternoon is ask yourself, in your industry, maybe you are in retail, maybe you are in IT, maybe you are in manufacturing, maybe you are in insurance. What does value mean to your customer? What is your customer looking for? It is when you give them what they are looking for. That is when you have given them something that is of value. Next slide. So now that we have understood what value means, the next question is, what is value creation? Okay? Value creation simply means being to your customer what they want you to be to them. Your customer wants you to provide something that will meet their need, then provide it. Your customer is looking for quality, then give them quality. The customer is looking for fair price, then give them fair price. The customer is looking for good service, then give them good service. It is when you come across to your customer, okay, as what they are looking for, that is when you have created value. So value, the entire process involved in delivering service to your customer is important. Okay? The customer wants to be able to, if the customer is looking for convenience, if you provide convenience, then you have created value for your customer. If he's looking for an affordable price and you give him good quality at an affordable price, then you have created value for him. If he's looking for alternatives and you have different options that you can choose from, then you've created value for the customer. So this is an important aspect, because without all of this, your marketing campaign will not achieve much. Because if what the customer is looking for is not what you're providing, you can advertise from today till tomorrow, you are not going to get the kind of result that you're looking for. Next slide. So having talked about what value creation is, the next question is, what are the components? What must happen for you to be able to understand your customer, understand their need, and be able to deliver their need? Number one, you must understand your customer. Some of us are selling or are offering products in the marketplace because we heard that people are looking for it. Not necessarily because we understand who the customers are and what they actually need. Unless you know what your customer needs and what your customer is looking for, then whatever you are doing may not be the best for the customer. Secondly, the customer is looking for innovation and differentiation. He doesn't want to get, everybody wants something that is unique. I can say only me has this. So it's about innovation. They are asking you, I don't want to eat okra only every day. Can you make it diverse? That is where innovation comes in. Can you differentiate yourself from others? Okay, I don't want copyright. I want something original. That's what the customer is looking for. It's when you deliver this that the customer feels, wow, I've gotten value. What about efficiency and cost effectiveness? They don't want to spend all their money buying a particular thing. They want to be sure that you are efficient in your production, such that the cost you are passing to them, is cost effective. Then of course they want customer experience. Every time your customer makes contact with you, you must walk away feeling, wow, those guys are good. They know what they are doing. That is customer experience. How they feel each time they make contact with you. So then the last one that I will spend time on is building brand equity. When you come across your customer as knowing what you're doing, they can trust you and they can stay with you, then the value of your brand will grow. Customers are also interested in brands that are also involved in the environment. There are brands that are sustainable, brands that offer social responsibility, in their environment. It makes you feel like that is the place to be. So these are requirements. These are requirements that you need to bear in mind that will help you, come across your customer the right way. Next. So as I round up very quickly. Next slide. Yes, so it's about measurement and conclusion. So how do you know that you are delivering value? It is when your customer keep going and coming back. When they come to you today and they come again and they come again, then you know that you have a customer. If you have a base where people come and they don't stay, it tells you something is wrong. So the first thing to note is that you will make profit if you are serving your customer right. If your customer is getting what they are looking for, the amount they are prepared to pay for what you are offering will be such that when you subtract your cost, you will have profit. Okay? And then the higher the value that you provide to your customer, the more of the tendency for you to make profit. Because the more you sell, the more profit you make. So as I conclude this afternoon, I want you to understand that you cannot do well in business unless you have a value creation mindset. Your campaigns cannot work unless you have a value creation mindset. And what is really this mindset? It's a mindset that is focused on providing for your customer what they are looking for. Let the product be right. Let the price be right. Okay, let the quality be right. Let the service be right. Once you have this in place and the customer feels satisfied, then whatever you are, when you call them, they will come. Okay, so a value creation mindset will set you apart from competition. It will make you look different. It will make you be seen as demonstrating a drive that can only come from you. Your initiatives will be perceived, and then they can see genuine passion for making a difference in the way you deal with them. Okay, so these are the few things I want us to take away when it comes to value creation. That before, as a businessman, you must first have a value that you are delivering. Number one. Number two is that value must be as perceived by the customer. If I am not getting what I'm getting is not what I'm looking for, it's a matter of time I will walk away. Okay, and for you to know what I want, you must understand me, know your customer, know what they are looking for, and then organize yourself to deliver what they are looking for. And then finally, measure your impact by the value that the customer is prepared to pay for. If what they are paying for cannot cover your cost, then you are not in business. Okay, so well done. Thank you very much. I'm sure towards the end there will be room for questions. Let's quickly now move over to marketing. Now that we have looked at value and value creation, Thank you for listening to me. Omoni, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful session. And I believe we all have gained something. I'm just gonna share. Okay, great. All right. So we're moving proper into digital marketing, and under this section, we're going to be focusing on social media marketing, and I'll be showing us some strategies that we also imbibe in our marketing process to actually get us the kind of great results that we get for our company and then for other clients that we work with. Okay, so just flow with me. All right, so what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is a modern approach to promoting products or services using online channels. It encompasses various strategies such as SEO, social media, content marketing, and paid advertising to reach and engage target audiences. Okay, so digital marketing is a very wide topic, and under digital marketing we have several channels, okay, that we use to actually promote product or service. Okay, so the process of actually using all these tools, okay, in conjunction with one another is what we call digital marketing. From the word digital is what we do. I mean, the marketing activities that we carry out online is called digital marketing. Now it is about leveraging your digital assets to create value for both you and your customers, okay, and your customers or your clients, depending on the nature of your business. Okay, so having established the meaning of digital marketing, let's move to how digital marketing works. Okay, so we call this a funnel. All right, this is called a funnel, and I believe many of us know how a funnel looks like in terms of the shape. Okay, so the shape of a funnel is like a Y shape, okay, that has a hole inside it, a wide mouth, and then a tiny outlet. Okay, so just like the funnel, this is a representation of the journey of how a funnel looks like. Okay, but in real sense, a funnel is just a pathway, okay, that you take a prospect through until they become your customer. That is what we call funnel, the journey at which the process they go through until they become your customer. So looking at the illustration right in front of us, you can see we have the first part of it, which is traffic, and under the traffic you can see different icons of social media platforms and even Google platform. Okay, this traffic means traffic sources, that is platforms where we get traffic from. Okay, that is the traffic, that's the places where the first point of contact is made. All right, that's where people get to know your brand. All right, people get to interact with your brand first. Now the next stage is actually the opt-in page. The opt-in page is actually a page where people tend to give you their information in exchange for something valuable. All right, you will notice we keep using the word value. Okay, so you give something of value in exchange for their what? For their details. So their details can be in form of their name, their phone number, their emails, and depending on your business, your business will determine what kind of information you want to collect from your prospect, from your audience. Okay, and now why do you need this information? This information is needed because you want to follow up on these people to actually convert them to actual paying clients. Because when people come in contact with your business online or with your brand, with your product, they probably might not have the buying decision at that stage. Okay, they might not make their buying decision right there when they found your brand online. Okay, but over time, when they continue to see you post content about your product, about your service, you tell them more about what you offer, then you are getting them closer to making a buying decision from you. All right, and you can only do this by actually following up on these leads. So we call them leads. So once they give you their information in exchange for the value you are giving to them, they become a lead to you. that shows that they have interest in what you are offering. And for you to follow up on them, you either call them or you send them emails. Okay, so email is one of the most effective way of following up on leads. Okay, and that's why we have the next stage as email marketing. So email is a way to actually follow up on your leads. Okay, and via email you can still dish out some valuable information about your product, about your brand, the benefits, some tips on what you do. Okay, so let's say for example you sell houses, you are into real estate. Now you generated leads of people that are interested in buying dry land in Lagos. Okay, because you've understood that that's a challenge for many people that wants to buy land in Lagos. Okay, they end up buying swampy areas. Okay, now you put together an ebook that shows people how to actually buy how to actually buy lands that are dry in Lagos. Now anyone that picks interest in that ebook and downloads it, automatically for them to download it they have to drop their details, and once this exchange is made, then you can follow up with emails to actually tell them more about your services. So via your emails you can give them some more tips on how to buy houses to avoid moneyless wahala, how to actually get their complete documentation for their properties, and in course of doing this you also show them some of your available properties for sale. All right, so indirectly you are offering value, but at the same time you are also promoting your product. Okay, and because people have seen that you have proven to be an authority in that your business, they tend to trust you, and once they trust you it becomes easier for them to make a decision to buy from you. Now that takes me to sales page. So what is a sales page? Not every business might require a sales page, okay, but in most cases you will need a sales page. A sales page is a page that contains every detail about the product or the service you are trying to sell. All right, so on the sales page you have your offer, you have the details, the benefits, everything about that product, the price, and your testimonials and all that. You have them structured on your sales page. Okay, because this sales page, the job is to actually convert your leads into actual sale. Okay, that's why it's called sales page. Once you're able to craft that, then your leads can now make decision to buy from you. And as you can see on that sales page icon there, you can see the buy button there. So the buy button will be on the sales page, and once that action is taken, then you have been able to convert your audience, that is your lead, into sale. You can see how the journey progress from traffic to sales. Now the last part of it is upsell. Okay, so it's not just upsell that we have after purchase. We have upsell, we have cross-sell, downsell, and so on. Okay, so upsell is a situation, is a point at which a customer tends to actually buy more from you outside the major purchase that he or she has made. Okay, so for example, someone bought a house from you, all right, and then he goes ahead to say, oh, I need another plot of land. All right, so you presenting a plot of land to him or her is you trying to upsell your client, your new customer. Okay, so trying to offer other product or service that are related to the previous product or service that has been bought is what we call upsell, cross-sell. There are slight differences in all these after sale activity. Okay, so I'm just trying to give us a breakdown of how a digital marketing funnel looks like. So if you are planning to actually attract new customers or new leads to your business using digital marketing, this is a simple workflow of how you are going to structure your marketing campaign. Okay, so I believe we've understood that. If you have not, please put down your question, and after this session we're going to be taking some few questions before we round up. Okay, so going to Facebook and Instagram ads strategy. All right, so what are the strategies that we imbibe or that we inculcate in our marketing activities? First of all, we have 3 levels of running Facebook and Instagram campaign. All right, you must have been seeing several ads online, come and buy this, do this, and you click on it, you fill a form, and before you know it, you start seeing people following up on you either by email or by calls. Okay, so how do we structure our campaigns that actually gives us great results? First of all, on the campaign level, okay, so we have 3 stages of a campaign. We have the campaign level, we have the ad set level, and we have the ad level. Okay, so just stay with me till the end of this class. We're going to give you access to the practicals of this lecture. Okay, so define clear objectives. Now, what do you want to achieve with a particular campaign? Okay, what you want to achieve with your campaign will determine the objective that you're going to select on your campaign level. I'm not going to spend time on that. It's just selecting your objective. It can be for sale, it can be for leads, it can be for awareness, it can be for traffic, whatsoever objective, goal of your campaign. Your objective plays a role in the success of your campaign. Okay, now if you want to for budget, you can set your budget in 2 ways. Okay, you can either set your budget on the campaign level or on the ad set level. Now, if you are setting your budget on the campaign level, then you are using what we call advantage campaign objective. Okay, advantage campaign optimization. Sorry. Now, what it means is if you set your budget on your campaign level, that means every ad set that you create later, they are going to be sharing from that budget that you set on your campaign level. Don't worry, we'll get to that. It might look confusing. Okay, so let's go to ad set level. Now, on the ad set is where you set your detailed targeting, your targeting generally. That's where you set your age, your demographic, your interest. That's where you set your placement. Okay, now when you are on your ad set level, you need to set up some back end settings on your ads manager actually. Okay, depending on the kind of campaign you want to run. Okay, but majorly you are going to be setting up your targeting options on the ad set level, which includes setting the age, just like I said earlier, your interest. Now, what I mean by interest is a way to actually target people that have shown some level of interest in what you want to promote. Okay, so for example, you want to promote a real estate property, and you come to your ad set level. What you want to do is to actually type real estate as a keyword to into your detailed targeting section, and you are going to see several options that are going to come up, about real estate. What it means is all those real estate keywords that you are seeing shows that people that are interested in those keywords, all right, you want to target those people. Okay, so by targeting these people, you have the higher chance of reaching people that have interest in real estate. So that is just the logic behind detailed targeting. For example, if you also want to target Nigerians that are abroad, okay, still on real estate, I'm just using real estate as an example because sometimes it's the targeting can be slightly trickish. Okay, but for other products sometimes it's just straightforward. Okay, so if you want to target businesses that are people that live abroad, Nigerians that are living abroad, how do you do that? Okay, this is another strategy you can actually imbibe into your marketing if you are into real estate actually. But if you are not into real estate, I will still give you some other strategies that you can use. Okay, you can target that location, the country. Okay, let's say for example you want to target Nigerians in Canada. You select Canada as your country. Okay, when you now get to your detailed targeting section, when you want to select your interest, your behavior, or your demographic, you will select Nigeria expatriate. Okay, just type Nigeria expatriate into the box and it's going to bring up that particular behavior. It's a behavior on Facebook. Okay, so what it means is people that were living in Nigeria but are now living in the new country that you selected, which is what? Canada. All right, so you can do that for any country of your choice. You can do that for UK, you can do that for Australia, for US, whichever country you want to target. Okay, so that is how you can reach Nigerians that are now living abroad. Why am I using this example? This is because in real estate, people that live abroad tends to buy property more back at home, okay, as a form of investment or whatever purpose they want to, and because they have the financial capability to actually, invest in such property. That is why it is advisable to actually target people that are living abroad for your properties. Okay, so now let's assume you sell products. How do you target your audience? How do you target people that are interested in what you're selling? So let's take, for example, you are into fashion, okay, and you sell fashion items. How you can target these people is actually still going to your detailed targeting. You must have selected your location. So let's say you are selling in Lagos. You select Lagos, all right. You select your age range, okay. Now in the age range, your age range, you want to target the age bracket of people that has higher probability of actually, or higher chance of actually buying your product. What do I mean? For example, an 18-year-old boy, okay, or let me say student, might not have the financial capability of buying a wristwatch of 50,000 naira. Okay, now does it mean all students of that age can't buy a wristwatch of 50,000 naira? No, but we have fewer percentage of them, okay, that can actually do that. So what do you want to do? You want to focus on the age bracket of people that you are sure that yes, they have higher probability of actually buying your product. Okay, so what are the ages you are looking at? You are looking at ages from 25. In most cases, we don't use 25, we use 28. Okay, because at 28 they tend to have a job at least. Okay, so that is the psychology. But if you are running for a real estate property, then you want to look at ages between from 30 upward 35. Okay, so that you are targeting people that you are sure that they have the financial capability to actually invest or buy the product or service that you are trying to render. I'm spending my time on ad sets because the ad set is where you do most of this magic. All right, now on your placement. For placement, please, when you are running your campaign, always use advantage placement for the start. Use advantage placement for the start. Don't worry, before the end of the class, you have the chance to see the practical of this, of what I'm talking about. Okay, so make sure you use advantage placement, because when you use advantage placement, it means the algorithm is going to put your ad in front of everybody based on its own discretion. Okay, the algorithm will notice where you are getting more traction from, and it's going to show your ads more on those placements. What do I mean by placement? Placement are reels, stories, feeds, and so on. Okay, so it puts your ads on all these placements based on its own discretion of how you are getting traction. Okay, let's move to scheduling and timing. So scheduling and timing is very simple. So if you want to set your campaign to start running at a particular time and you want it to end at a particular time or date, okay, you can actually set that on your ad set level. Let's move to ad level. Your ad level is very, very important, okay, and all these levels are interwoven. When you miss any of this, when you miss any settings, or if you miss it on any level in the process of creating your campaign, then your ad might not perform well. So it does not matter if your ad set is well set up and your ad is poor, then you are not still going to get the results that you desire. All right, so on the ad level, that is where you set up your creative, your call to action, and then your ad relevance and frequency. Okay, so the most important here is the first two, creative and what call to action. So your creative, okay, your creative is one of the most important aspect of your campaign, because that is what people are actually going to see. All right, that is what they will see, and that your creative will determine if someone is going to click on your ad or not. All right, your creative will determine if people will click on your ad or not. So if your creative is not catchy enough, then you might end up not having enough clicks as you desire, which will translate to no result. Okay, now you have great creative. How about your call to action? If your creative is perfect, excellent, but you are not instructing people on what to do, then definitely they are not going to take any action, because you have not told them what to do. They just saw your creative, it's great, it's nice, they just watch and pass. All right, so your call to action also must be catchy and must be it must be compelling. Okay, it must compel the consumer to actually click on your ad. All right, because the journey starts from the click. If they don't click, they won't see your offer, they won't see whatever you are talking about. Okay, because the ad is just to give them a tip of what they are going to see on either your landing page or after clicking on the ad. Okay, so your call to action is as important as possible. All right, so these are just the few strategies, and trust me, if you are able to implement these strategies in your campaigns, trust me, you are going to get great results. Either you are selling services, or you are selling what product, physical product. So let's move to crafting compelling content. All right, so we know that content is the heart of digital marketing. All right, now your headline, grab attention with a strong and compelling headline. Okay, so your headline on any of your content, either your ad copy or your landing page copy, your headline must be concise. It has to be clear. You must be able to call out a benefit, a striking benefit of your offer. All right, so people, when they read your headline, they should already picture themselves buying your product. They should already see the solution to their problem. If your product is actually solving a problem, or your service, they must be able to see the solution in your headline, because this will determine if they are going to read the remaining of your content or not. All right, clear value proposition, still almost looking like the headline. All right, you must clearly articulate the value your product or service provides. Okay, you must be able to articulate the value that your product or service provides. Compelling body copy, that is the body of your content. Now it has to be structured. You have to structure the body to maintain your readers' interest. So as they are reading your content, they must have the interest. They must be glued to your content. So you must structure the body of your content in such a way that your reader is glued to it, because if they read to some point and they are losing interest, then they will just go away. There are a lot of content to consume online. We have millions of content. So if your content is not attracting enough, then they lose interest and then they go away, and you have lost that impression, you have lost that click. Okay, call to action, just like I said earlier, your call to action is very, very important. It has to be clear. Click here to register is a very direct call to action. Okay, fill this form to place your order. Very clear and direct call to action. Okay, don't try to use big grammar, because you don't know the type of people you are talking to. You don't know if one of your reader goes to school, or it just has primary school. You don't know, so you want to use the simplest vocabulary, okay, in your copy, either the call to action or the body or the headline. Make sure it is readable and make sure it is concise. That is that on how to actually craft a compelling content for your audience. Okay, I believe we are following me. I hope we are all following. If you are following, please just type I am following. Please type I am following, or you can just type value in the comment section. Type value in the comment section if you are following me. Type value in the comment section if you are following me. I've not seen anyone. Okay, great. Samuel wrote to me. Okay, thank you very much for that. All right, so launch converting social media ad. So you can see the image here is showing Facebook and Instagram, and at the middle you can see the Meta symbol, the Meta logo. Okay, so the two platforms are owned by Meta, okay, and that's the new name that it was changed to. Okay, so now what are the type of campaigns that you can run on these platforms? These are the type of campaign you can run, which actually are the goal, okay, the campaign goals that you can run for on this platform. All right, sorry. Okay, so first of all, we have lead generation campaign. So your lead generation campaign is the campaign that you run to actually get people's information. This campaign is meant to gather people information, okay, for your business. All right, now engagement campaign. Engagement campaign is the campaign that helps you to drive engagement on a particular post. Okay, so if you want people to share, you want them to like or comment on your post, then you want to run an engagement campaign. And on that engagement campaign, you can still run what we call page likes. So if you want to increase the number of page likes that you have on your Facebook page, then you consider engagement campaign. This can give you a massive follows on your page. You can drive up to 1,000 followers on your Facebook page within few days, depending on your budget. All right, website traffic. So if you want people to come to your website, check it out, you are going to be using website traffic. Okay, conversion campaign, which is the most used objective, okay, is when you want people to take specific action on your ad. All right, you want people to take specific action on your ad. Now, under conversion, you can still run lead ad, which is the first one. You can still run lead ad because lead generation is also an action. All right, so these are the type of campaigns you want to run, and the most common used are two of them, which is lead generation and conversion campaign. So if you are into services, if you render services, the campaign objective you are going to be using more is what? Lead generation. But if you sell physical products, okay, the objective you are going to be using more is what? Conversion. And that is how you can actually get the best result from your campaign. All right, so what are the strategies to convert your leads into sales? So whether you sell physical product or services, there's this process where you have to convert your audience into customers. All right, so these are few strategies you can employ into your marketing channel to actually convert your leads into sales, into actual customers. Okay, number one, implement a lead nurturing campaign. Now, what does this mean? You have generated leads, you have run the first campaign for lead generation, and you have generated a lot of leads. And what it means is that these people interacted with your ad and they actually dropped their details for you. Now, you can run another campaign called retargeting campaign. So a retargeting campaign is a campaign that reaches people that have interacted with your ad before. People that have interacted with your campaign before, either they have become a lead, they like or comment. You can retarget them to actually, the retargeting is a form of reminder of what you are offering. And when they see you often again, they tend to want to actually know more about your business. Okay, and you increase the chances of them buying from you. Okay, utilize marketing automation. Now, I can't overemphasize this because nowadays you can automate almost everything and it will be running on autopilot. One of the automations you can utilize in your marketing channel is actually email marketing. All right, so you can automate your email process, whereby you can set up a 1-month email series that will continue to send out on a daily basis, depending on how you have set it up, to your audience. You don't have to be sending emails every day. Okay, so you can sit down, write 30 emails and set it up and schedule them for different days of the month. Okay, and you are done. So throughout that month, your list will be receiving emails. They will be receiving email promotion of either your product or service, and you keep reminding them of what you offer. You keep giving them some offers, and By so doing, you are actually increasing their trust for you. All right, and that is how you can actually utilize automation in your business. Now, offer limited time promotions or discounts. I believe you all are familiar with this, where you have to just offer some kind of discount to your prospects or to your leads to actually entice them to buy from you. Okay, provide personalized sales outreach. Now, you have to, for you to use this strategy, you must understand the need of your customer. You must understand their problem and then channel a solution to their specific problem. Now, the solution you are providing is not a general solution for everybody. This solution is specifically for a particular client. And when a client perceives that you have gone out of your way to actually provide a special solution for him or her, they tend to trust you more and they tend to actually appreciate you for that. And trust me, you have won that customer for yourself, provided your costing, that is your price, is actually under their budget. Let me use that word. Okay, so having said this, I'll move to building last relationship with your customers. Now, you have been able to acquire these customers to yourself. You've run your campaign, they've picked interest, and then they've bought from you. How can you make them stay, or how can you make them come back to buy from you? Provide exceptional customer service. Okay, provide exceptional customer service. I can't emphasize this. In our company, we have our training programs, and we also offer customer service, excellent customer service to our clients, to organizations, and to individuals. If you want to do that, you can reach out to us. Okay, so excellent customer service. You need to be able to interact with your customers in a way that they feel at home. All right, in a way they feel comfortable. And how can you do this? You can do this only when you understand their problem. All right, you can only do this when you understand what problem they are facing. All right, if you don't know the problem they are facing, then you might not be able to address them well. All right, so you need feedbacks from them. You need them to make inquiries. All right, so that you can know how to tailor your customer service. Tailor your support to them. All right, customers love support. Okay, create personalized experiences. Now, I've mentioned this earlier. Tailor your communications based on their preferences, based on their purchase history, based on their behavior. All right, you need to understand how they behave. What you tell Mr. A might be different from what you tell Mr. B. Okay, because of the way they perceive things. Okay, because of their way of preference. Okay, how they behave when they buy from you. You use that feedback to actually communicate to them. Seek and act on customer feedback. Now, when you get feedback from your customers, act on them. Let your customer feel that they are being heard. All right, if they give you if they lay a complaint, react. Okay, attend to that complaint. All right, if they are facing issues with your product or service, address it, fix it. They feel like, oh, you have their back. All right, but if they are facing issues and you just neglect them just because you have collected their money, trust me, you are going to lose that customer. You will lose that customer. So in order to make your customer happy with your brand, with your product, with your service, with your business generally, you need to be able to address their issues by attending to their feedback. You will either get positive feedbacks or negative feedbacks. All are feedbacks. So it is left for you to know how to address your feedbacks. If you get a positive one, you build on it. If you get a negative one, you fix it. All right, you fix the loophole that you are having. Build a community around your brand. So after our trainings, we have an alumni where we add all our training participants. Okay, now this is a community of people that knows CPPL, Customer Passion Point Limited. All right, and in this community, they ask questions. Okay, they get referrals. In fact, you can get a client from our alumni. You know what I mean. So you should create a community around your own brand as well. All right, you can have a group chat, you can have a channel where your customers interact, and from there, some of them will not come and tell you their feedback directly. Some of them might just lay their feedbacks on all these groups, on all these channels that you have provided for them. For example, online, sometimes on Twitter, I see a lot of people go to some brands and make their comments on their Twitter page, and before you know it, a client from that brand will come in, address it, and
So, Mr. Money, can you begin to round up? It's almost time.
okay, I'm running up already. Okay,
Thank you.
so having a platform helps you to actually interact better with your audience, with your customers, and with these, they tend to stick with you more. Okay, so these are just strategies to build lasting relationships with your customer and make them come back to actually buy from you. All right, so that will be all from my end. Now I believe the strategies that I've dished out here are useful for you, but then just like our time is up, I would love to show you the practical ways of running these things by yourself. Okay, how to set up your campaign, how to write your content. We're going to show you how to actually use some AIs to actually develop content for your business. This will remove a lot of stress from you. Okay, and this will take us to actually our training coming up on the 18th, on the 25th. Okay, on the Saturday. I think that's like 7 days to now, to today. Okay, so this training is actually a practical one. It's actually going to be pure practical, no stories, but then we need to build this background first before we get to that. And it's actually not free. Okay, it's paid, and you're going to get the details of how to actually be part of that particular training. Trust me, it is practical, purely practical. Okay, we're going to be showing you how to do everything that we have listed here. All right, how to set up your campaign, how to run your campaign, how to follow up on your clients with email marketing, how to write your content, and how to actually keep them to yourself and keep them coming back to buy from you. Thank you very much, guys. I am the digital marketer for Constable Passion Point Limited, and I will be also hosting the upcoming open training. Okay, it's also going to be online, and I believe I will have many of you in that class. So thank you very much, guys. These slides, if you need these slides, please, a link will be dropped in the comment section now. Rose, please drop the link to the feedback form. So please just fill the form, and you're going to get these slides. You will get these slides, and there will be a discount for you if you actually fill the form for our upcoming open training. Okay, if you fill this form, there will be a discount for you, and also you're going to be getting this slide exactly the way it is right now. Okay, so Rose, please drop the link. If you have gained a value from this section, please just type in the comment section, I have gained value. Please just type I have gained value in the comment section. Please fill the form. This form is very important to us because, just like we have said in the training, feedbacks helps us improve on what we have done, okay, and how we can do better. All right, so thank you very much, guys. Mr. Kalu, I would love you to address everyone once again while they fill the feedback form. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Omani. Job well done.
Yes, sir.
I've also seen a few people type to say that they have received the value. That is really very, very encouraging. Yes, I have gained value. Thank you very much. So please complete the feedback form, and then that will enable us to get the full picture of the value that you got.
Yeah. Sorry, Femi Okuwobi is raising his hand. Please unmute and ask your question. Femi, Mr. Femi. Mr. Femi, please unmute and ask your question.
Sorry,
Okay.
It was a mistake. Sorry.
Okay, great. Okay.
I'm just trying to type, but I don't know where to go.
Oh, all right, all right. I hope you'll be part of
Sorry
our
for that.
upcoming training.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Okay. So you will get the details, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So before we go, I just want to let you know that now that you have been a part of this webinar, you are now like a member of the family. We will admit you into our alumni group. There's an alumni there. What the alumni does is to provide you other opportunities to share knowledge with us and to learn more. Okay, not necessarily about paying for our product, but just being there and seeing what you can learn. So we encourage you to respond when we do send you messages. Please respond so we know that what we're sending to you is appropriate and that you are finding them to be of value. Okay. Our address is here right on the screen. We are along Admiralty Way, number 69, and you can drop in anytime and say hello to us. So thank you for spending your time this afternoon to join this webinar. I believe it's been worth your while. So thank you and have a good weekend. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you everyone.